Hey, Bo, ready for the show? What's happening?
Yeah, I've been scrambling to get everything ready. I didn't get to have any lunch. I'm starving, Jason. I was thinking about calling Clunk to have him deliver me some ramen or noodles. I'm craving noodles.
Man, it's crazy that you mentioned that because we actually are going to be talking to Clunk on the show, and Chef Chris Spagna, he's making us ramen noodles on the show.
My dreams come true. Maybe I can get Chris to deliver me noodles.
Yeah, we can sort all of that out later.
That you're doing on purpose, sing like a singing on key. Talk to the girl that intimidates you, pretend that you're brilliant and charming. I said pretend that you're brilliant and charming. Hey!
All right, everybody, welcome. Later with Jason Suel. So glad that you're tuned in. So glad that you're with us, Bo, but you look like you're somewhere different. Where are you?
I know I'm not in the drive-in speaker box studio right now. I just got my internet upgraded at Pinpoint. We're going to be doing a lot of live stuff from here. Going to teach people how to play pinball. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. So for people who are at home and haven't ever seen the space at Pinpoint before, tell us what it is. What are we looking at there?
Well, this is my collection of games here at Pinpoint. Obviously, we're closed right now, but when we open up, people are able to come. We got a full bar and a lot of full fun, and we're right down here in the heart of Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah, I love it in downtown Fayetteville, right there on Block Avenue. So I'm glad that worked out, man. It looks great there.
Hey.
Yeah.
What do we got going on the show tonight, Jason?
Well, yeah, speaking of great, we got a great show lined up for everybody today. We got Clunk joining us on the show, Chris Selby. I've really wanted to have Clunk on our show for so long. He does so much in our community.
He's my neighbor, actually. He's right down the street here on Block.
See, your world is coming together just on one episode. And also your great chef friend, Chris Spagna, is joining us on the show, as we mentioned earlier. And he's going to be sort of making some elevated ramen for us. And I know ramen is also one of your favorite things. I feel like this is
noodles.
This is a show we catered just for you. We've got our great friend, Jerad Henry, joining us on the show. He's got a great sound musician. He kind of has that California vibe. So I thought, summertime, let's play some Jerad Henry.
Yo, dude.
Yeah. Can you do that one more time?
Yo, dude.
Perfect. The laugh at the end sells it. And right now what we're going to do is we're going to send it over to a really exciting animated spot we did with some local actors in town, lending us their voices. And then the artist, Gustav Carlson, he drew us some amazing comics. So check it out and then stick around. Got all those things happening later.
After being swallowed by a Galuga star whale, the Raiders broke into a mining colony to harvest vinyllium for repairs. After a near impossible escape, they find themselves seeking some form of entertainment.
Captain, sensors are picking up massive sonic distortion coming from that moon.
Wait a second. That's no moon. That is the stellar venue Concertium. That must be the Heat Death concert. I couldn't get tickets for that, especially with that price on our heads. Fly us in closer.
Sir, there is a scrambler on the audio feed, and there are significant bouncer ships around the planet.
There is a scrambler on the audio feed, and there are significant bouncer ships around the planet.
Drat! How can we get closer to the action? All we need is the right disguise.
Roadies? I can vector warp between black holes, and we have to pretend to be roadies.
Quiet! They are letting us in the perimeter.
Sir, we now have access to the audio feed.
Sir, I believe this is a Gyrillium thought synth that creates an audio representation of thought patterns.
Ooh, I want to try it.
Sir, we are not trained in the techniques.
You're quiet. Hook me up. That's about right. Here, Cardi, you try.
Don't judge me. It's my heritage.
Think? Let's try you next.
Captain, I do not think it is a good idea to...
What is that?
It's the meditative chant of my people.
This isn't going to be pretty.
Will the Galactech Raiders be discovered? Will they be bounced? Will Sync be the next Galactech sensation? Find out next time on Galactech Raiders!
Sam's Furniture doing good. Shine a spotlight on your neighborhood.
Well, we are here at Sam's Furniture, and we've got Jenny Sori from Hub of Hope. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Oh, thanks for having me, and thank you to Sam's for providing the opportunity.
Man, we love it here. They always set us up so nice. They put us on a really comfy couch
Very
today.
comfy, very
Yeah,
comfy.
Very comfy. Tell us about the work Hub of Hope does in our community.
I would love to. So we are a nonprofit based here in Northwest Arkansas. We work to bring healing and opportunities to victims of human trafficking, and we provide prevention and education to the community. So we do that in a variety of ways. We do a lot of awareness and education events where we teach the public to recognize the markers and identifiers of human trafficking. And then we also do lots of outreaches. Our hope is to come in contact with survivors, many who don't even know that they're a victim of a crime, and help them move from that place of entrapment, enslavement, exploitation into a life of freedom and restoration and healing.
Well, say I wanted to get involved. How would I do it?
Hey, we love volunteers. In fact, at this time, we are an all-volunteer organization. And so you could reach us on hubofhope.org, and we're also on social media at Hub of Hope NWA.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jenny. We
Thanks
appreciate
for having
you.
me. Boom. Hey.
Ooh.
Come on.
Welcome back, everybody. Later with Jason Suel. We're so glad you're joining us, and we are so thankful to be joined now by Clunk, Chris Selby, the man, the myth, the legend, joining us on the program. Hey, Clunk, how's it going?
Pretty good. Sitting here in my chair by my wall and my air conditioner window unit. I don't have central heating or air, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm here. I'm up.
I noticed you got a sign there in the background. It looks really professionally made. What does that say there? Triple F Snack Force?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, I came across a magic marker, and I needed a sign, so I got so I went to Lowe's and got this piece of cardboard and made a sign for the Snacks Force.
I didn't know that Lowe's sold ramen noodle cardboard.
Yeah. Clunk, you do so much in our community, so much to uplift our community. You are just a welcome sight every time I see you traveling down the streets. Can you tell us a little bit of the projects and initiatives kind of that you're involved in?
When the pandemic started, I deliver food normally. So I was trying to deliver more food for them because they were screwed and everyone was in a panic. And then I was like, oh no, a bunch of my friends, like 90% of them lost their jobs. So they don't have any money and they don't know what to do. Everyone's scared to go outside. We're going to turn into cannibals any minute. Something bad's going to happen. And so I was like, I can just do stupid stuff to raise funds for people who don't have jobs till the unemployment kicks in, or maybe it never will. So I started with really bad, dance parties at my house where I just put the camera on, which is right over there still, a board of a bunch of people's Venmos and PayPals, which there's no way anyone got very much money. And then I just started focusing on, I think they did. It's entertainment. And then the free food thing, which is Triple F Snacks Force.
Tell us about that.
I woke up one Monday and I was like, I got a car and a scooter and I deliver food and I know how to find addresses. So I was like, I can just bring people food. This isn't that hard. And so I went to Eureka Pizza and bought 10 pizzas. And then I told my friends, I was like, send me money on Venmo and I'll take people pizzas, send me your address, blah, 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 blah. And then I started doing that. And then some restaurants hit me up to give me discounts or whatever. And then people just started sending me money. And now we take food to 60 plus addresses for free a day.
Wow.
And
whoa. It's amazing that you're doing this.
What is that? You got barbecue sauce? Is that a girl's
what do you have there?
Oh yeah, it's Dana's barbecue sauce. I just
I'll just get some. A man of my heart.
Good. Sometimes you need a boost.
Sometimes you do need a little boost.
Little flavor blast.
What about these T-shirts too? Big Bot has created some T-shirts around this whole thing too.
Oh,
Tell us about that.
I was like, Chad, right now, people know my name more than ever, and we could sell a bunch of shirts, and it can go to support some local bars. And he's like, yes. And then we sold, he made them awesome. He did all the work. 324.
Yeah.
And I think raised $4,300 or something for the bars.
You do crazy, awesome stuff in our community, and we're so appreciative. And I can't wait to see where the rest of this, it's really your heart, Chris, your heart for the community and for people here. And that's what we love about you and we appreciate about you.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Jason Suel.
You're welcome.
Well, yeah, next
question
go ahead.
is, are you wearing pants?
No, me?
Yeah.
Am I wearing pants? I'm not wearing pants.
Inquiring minds want to know, are you wearing pants?
I'm not.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just like,
great.
I'm not going to move the camera down there.
Clunk, tell us how, if people are viewing this right now and they want to support, how can people get involved and support what you're doing?
If they see me on my scooter on the street and they have a firearm on them, I recommend a fake robbery, hand me $100, because I'll be like, oh my God, I'm going to die. And then someone gives me $100. It makes it more exciting.
Yes.
Liven things up for me on a regular day. No, they can just on Cash App, like the money sign, and then Clunk it all, or like Venmo, Clunk it all, or Chris, I don't know, my PayPal.
Well, those are some great ways.
Address.
You gave it, yeah. If you want to also hand out your social security number, your credit card number, all your bank account information, we'll take that as well. Well, Chris, thanks for taking the time to hang out with us. Of course, you can find him, folks. He is all over the place doing amazing things in our community. Thank you for what you do, Clunk. And folks, stick around. We got more happening later.
Our musical guest brought to you by Walton Arts Center. Walton Arts Center, presenting the West Street Live series.
1, 2, 3, 4. Rivers low, mountains high, oceans in my heart. Looking for a place to go, wanting to die. Grassy green and blue eyes, waiting for the spring. Keep me in the sunshine, let the bells ring, mama, let the bells ring, alright. Can we take it slow? Oh, 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 oh. Looking for the soil that I'll call my own. Dark and moist in the valley deep, let my mind go. When we get to moving, when that song sings, watch the clouds rolling, water on my feet, mama, water on my feet, alright. And when we go, can we take it slow? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it slow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it slow. Oh, oh, oh. Take it slow. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, 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 Trees start to whisper and the wind carries on. crumble, let the ocean stay, while the memories turn to black. Ah, 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 ah.
All right, everybody, welcome back. Welcome back to the show. We are so privileged to have Chef Chris Spagna joining us from his kitchen. He's our food science guy, always doing some zany stuff. And today we're going to be talking about how to take some of those things that you might have sitting around your kitchen, somewhere in the pantry, and spicing them up a little bit, making them delicious. Tell us what you're doing, Chef Spagna.
All right, guys. So since college, and I went to culinary school, ramen noodles has always had a very special place in my heart.
Yes.
I mean, anybody in college, even if you're not in culinary school, I think ramen has a special place.
That's true.
And you get tired of sometimes the same old thing, and you got to spice it up, and you got to cut, just to be a good chef, sometimes you just got to cut corners, right? You don't always need to start from scratch on everything.
I mean, I've been a big ramen fan for a long time. I mean, it's probably because I have a degree in Asian history, but Japanese style ramen is becoming really popular right now. And all the fun accoutrements of Japanese ramen don't come in that packet.
No, they don't. I'm a pretty simple guy. So like when I make my ramen, I fancify it with some peanut butter. I love Jif. I am not a chunky guy. I am all smooth at the end of the day. Just like myself, I'm a smooth.
You put peanut butter in your ramen? So wait, are you going to try and make some sort of peanut satay?
Exactly. And then, just to spice some things up in your life, good old sriracha. So you can see right here, I got a pot of ramen. Sometimes you want to dump off some of the excess water. You don't want too much because you want this to have just a little bit of like a velvet type texture to it, kind of like a satay sauce. You don't want it to be runny like a traditional bowl of ramen with broth.
My mouth's already watering. It looks delicious, and I know you're only like
noodles,
starting it. That's all it takes for me. Peanut butter noodles, baby.
Once you get the peanut butter nice and mixed in, you can kind of see here like where the liquid, you can still kind of see it mixed with the broth and the peanut butter, but it's nice and smooth and velvety. Next up, depending on your spice level, add your sriracha. This is where it becomes real fun. And once the sriracha and peanut butter mix, the smell is just absolutely amazing at the end of the day. You get that like bright richness smell of the peanut butter, and then you get all the spices that are in sriracha starting to come out just because of the heat at the end of the day. So now that we're nice and mixed, all right, you can do two things. You can go ahead and what I would do, if I was around people, I would actually plate it.
As opposed to just sitting down on the sofa with that pot and a spoon. Yeah.
Yes, correct. I also made a char siu chicken, and I heated up some frozen corn. So char siu pork, just in case you don't know what char siu is that red pork that you always see in fried rice. And you see char siu pork belly and stuff they use in ramen noodles. So we're just going to fancify this up a little bit and kind of make something you would see in a restaurant at the end of the day. If you go to like any ramen shop. So, let's say you want some corn. You can pop some corn over here on the side like they do,
Yes, please.
You take your chicken. You pop your chicken right, in the center. And, the best part is you're building your own, peanut butter satay ramen bowl at the end of the day. So you can do whatever.
I feel like the Kylo Ren meme where I'm going, more.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then, I love kimchi, especially, making it home. It takes a certain type of person. Yeah. So
pop one of those soy eggs and the nori chip. Yeah.
Yeah. Take your soy egg out of its liquid right there. Depending how you want to cut it. Some people cut it this way. I like to cut it lengthwise.
Always
lengthwise.
Lengthwise, yeah, totally. I'm the same. Lengthwise is the way to go.
And then you can see how beautiful the
oh yeah.
You know, you could pop your egg in there a little bit. But yeah, now you have 2 different styles of ramen.
That's so easy.
Yeah,
So
if you
easy.
want to add more broth, you can. If you don't have to. You got everything that you need.
Chris, that looks amazing. I totally know what I'm going to have some point in my near future. I'm totally having ramen. That looks so good. Thank you for joining us on Later with Jason Suel. Folks, stick around. We got more happening later. Well, that's our show, folks. Thanks for tuning in Later with Jason Suel. Remember, you can find us out there on your social media platforms. Send us an email over at laterwithjasonsuel.com. And before we leave this episode, we've got to thank all of our guests, including the voice actors who lend us their voices, and Gustav Carlson for that amazing art in our short clip of Galactech Raiders.
And of course, we got to send big shout outs to the man, the myth, the legend, Chris Clunk Selby.
Yes, and the amazing music coming to us California style, Jerad Henry. Thanks for joining us on the show.
And what would an episode of Later be without a chef? Let's get Chef Chris Spagna. Big thanks.
Yeah, big thanks, Chris. All right, that's our show. See you later, alligator.
After all, crocodile.